What secret was your child keeping from you? My 10-year-old daughter started moving weirdly when I picked her up for my weekend. Said she was just tired from exercise, but then I noticed the pattern. Every Sunday when I dropped her back at her mom's, she could barely walk to the door. Monday pickups were worse. Dark purple bruises and a perfect ring around her entire waist, like a belt made of bruises. She'd hide them under baggy hoodies even when it was 90 degrees outside. Couldn't sit back in chairs anymore. Just stood there during dinner, barely eating. Started sleeping only on her side, whimpering if she rolled onto her back. Lost 15 pounds, but only from her midsection. Looked wrong, distorted, like someone had compressed her middle with a vice. My normally confident kid was suddenly obsessed with her fat stomach. She weighs 65 pounds. She's a twig. When I texted my ex about the bruises, she wrote back, "She's doing gymnastics. Kids get bruises. Stop creating drama where there isn't any. You always do this." My daughter backed her up. "Gymnastics is really hard, Daddy. You don't understand." I started watching her more carefully. Friday night at my place, I suggested ice cream after dinner. She had a complete meltdown. Full-blown panic attack in the middle of my kitchen. I can't. Hyperventilating so hard she was turning blue. "I'll get fat and none of the boys at school will ever like me. I'm already bigger than I should be." She was 10 years old talking about boys not liking her. That night I found her in the bathroom at 2 a.m. with my tape measure, sobbing, pulling it so tight around her waist that her skin was white. 23 inches, she kept whispering. "Still 3 inches too big. I'm so behind. So behind." When I tried to comfort her, she completely broke down, begged me not to get mad, said she'd been cheating at my house. "Cheating?" I asked. "Sitting down too much, Daddy. I'm so sorry. I'm trying so hard, but everything hurts so bad. My ribs feel like they're breaking." That's when she lifted her shirt. I almost threw up. The bruising was so dark it was almost black. The skin had actually cracked open in 3 places. "I'm not supposed to tell anyone about the training. Please don't say anything. Please. They'll be so mad. They'll make me do extra hours." She didn't elaborate, just cried harder. Started talking about some schedule she was behind on. "I still have 4 hours to make up when I get back tomorrow. I didn't do enough here." Sunday morning she woke up in a complete panic. It's Sunday. I have to go back. 8 hours on Sundays. 8 hours or I'm not trying." She was hysterical. Wouldn't eat breakfast. Kept checking the clock. "If I don't get back by 10 a.m., I won't finish in time." The terror in her voice, like she was about to face torture. When I dropped her off, she could barely walk to the door, but she was running, desperate to get inside. On Monday, when I picked her up again, she literally couldn't stand. "Did my hours," she mumbled, then passed out completely. Slept for 17 straight hours at my place. Woke up crying about being behind schedule again. This had been going on for months. My baby girl was being tortured, and I didn't even know what was happening. That night while she slept, I went through her iPad. Her search history made me physically sick. How to make bruises heal faster. Is 20 inches too big for a waist? Why does my stomach hurt all the time? Then I found an Instagram account I didn't know existed. Pictures of my daughter doing some kind of exercise. Hundreds of comments praising her dedication and transformation. The dates went back 4 months. Then the texts. "Only 2 more inches and you'll be perfect. Remember our deal. This is our special secret. 6 hours minimum today since you cheated yesterday. This is how we get beautiful. Pain is just weakness leaving." I kept looking and found an Instagram account I didn't know existed. Pictures of my daughter doing some kind of exercise. Hundreds of comments praising her dedication and transformation. I wanted to call the police right there and then, but I knew there was no way that the donut eaters in our town would even do anything. So I waited until it was her day for custody and dropped her off at her mom's house. After waiting for an hour parked around the corner, I walked up to the house and stood outside. There, I saw movement through the living room window. The same repetitive motion going over and over, never stopping, never slowing down. There was this mechanical thudding sound that I could hear even from the street, rhythmic and continuous like some kind of machine was running in there. Watched for a full 10 minutes. I used my old key, and what I walked into made my blood freeze. The scene in that living room, what was happening to my baby, what had been happening every—
You can now check part 2 by pressing share then more.